show my favorite magazines from the 1930s. Feel free to stick along. Click magazine. 10 cents. John, that's a whole day's work at the farm almost, isn't it? Click magazine. I'm gonna open to some random pages here. This is a celebrity magazine. I'm teaching these young fellas all the tricks and trades of life, and old magazines are a big part of the 1930s. And celebrities are becoming a big part of magazines. Bergdahl is a man without a country. Marvin doesn't have time for old magazines. Well, that's good, Marvin, because it's the 1930s. These magazines are brand new. They've even got color photos. Okay, comrade, but what's gonna happen to me when the revolution comes? Lots of comics on this one. This one says, who said men seldom make passes at girls who wear glasses? I love the comics. That's one of my favorite parts. This one's rather humorous. An observatory telescope banishes sunbathing joys. Just some foxes trying to get a suntan. Looks like an old peeping Tom was around with some binoculars. Say, Captain Billy, will you please tell us some more lies? The 1930s are pretty colorful. Here, let me show you that thing, mister. Lots of comics so far in Click Magazine. No, sir, you've got to report it. What's that, Ron? Your dad's a police officer. The police force is fairly new in 1930. It draws a nice crowd, but what are they advertising? A lot can be said in a tiny little comic, and the 1930s doesn't even use words every time to get the point across. Here's one. Hollywood shows how to beat the beach censor. Her clothes come off quite easily, it looks like. So, when the dress code enforcers aren't around, she can get all Hollywood. Marvin, you think you're gonna make it in Hollywood? What do you think? You think Marvin's gonna make it in Hollywood? It's the 1930s, Marvin. pages turning. In the 1930's, there were a lot of pages turning, that's for sure. Let's look through this one. The man who ruled the world, obey or I destroy, shrieked the voice of Genghis Khan III. I'll do some random pages. There's not much color besides the cover on this one, but it's nice and thick. 1938. Here's an ad for X-Lax. I'll read it. There's no pictures. Don't tear your insides out with rough cathartics. Try the new scientifically improved X-Lax, the original chocolated laxative. Bob, your dad tried some of the X-Lax and missed Thanksgiving dinner. That's quite a story, Bob. Barely any pictures in this one. Here we go. Amazing Facts of Science by R.S. Leonard. Look at the photo on that. The false scorpion who hides in recesses of books travels from place to place by hitching to the common house fly with a claw-like cupular and letting go at its destination. It takes 6 tons of pitch blend to produce 1 teaspoon of radium. On the next one, diamonds have fallen from the sky, embedded in meteorites. Tiny diamonds have been found, brought by these strange visitors from far off space. 1938. And we're already talking about space. The master of Golden City. Look at that image. He's got a whip. And there's a damsel in distress. Blake and Thorne and his father are trapped by the ruthless ruler of Golden City, subdued and enslaved in the underground mines. And Thorne, inspired by the love of a fellow captive, seeks escape and revenge. Get up from that floor. The brutal overseer raised his whip. Let's see, when there are pictures in this one, they're pretty epic. The Vanishing Diamonds by Charles R. Danner. Let's see what this says. Go on with the job, barked the dapper gangster. So, we've got a gangster forcing somebody to do something with diamonds in this story. I can get lost All of the stories in these magazines, that's why I love them so much. I find a nice big tree with some apples falling from it and settle into a nice read. What's that, Johnny? He's got a whole yard of apple trees. We got a regular Johnny Appleseed over here. Lot of story. Carburetor, yellow bowl, updraft. Tobacco pipe makes tobacco burn better. $1.25 in 1938. That is amazing. A summons from Mars. I want to take a real nice look at this one. 1938. The girl stiffened and leaned forward with red lips parted. The guy's working on some dials there on the machine that he's using, and it says Mars calling Earth, Mars calling Earth, coming out of the speakers on the radio there. In a weird message from Mars, Eric Sanders is told that he has been betrothed to Yana. Tom told that, torn between his duty to science and tradition and his love for Sonia Benson, Sanders makes a momentous decision. So, there's someone on Mars that he's supposed to elope with, but he's got an earthbound girlfriend or love interest. And the year's 1938. Mars seems so very far away, but anything's possible. That's what these stories have taught me, if anything. I love the pictures on the articles. This says, "This amazing universe." And I'll just read a sentence or two. You have never seen a true scale, model, or diagram of our solar system, nor will you ever see one. It simply can't be done. Suppose we try to construct a scale map of the solar system. We start by making a pinpoint mark upon the surface of a large sheet of drawing paper and label it the Earth. That's a very long explanation about why you can never make a true scale model or diagram of our solar system in 1938 on this one. Wow. The Space Pirate. On his throne sat Barley Moke, surrounded by burly pirates. Roger likes stories about space. This magazine, so far, has had at least 2 or 3 stories about space. 1938. Major Wright of the Ether Patrol is captured in space by the wily pirate Barley Moke. Imprisoned within the bowels of the moon, Wright schemes an escape so he can challenge his captors to a finish battle. In the 1930s, inside magazines. This looks like a great story. And I love the shirts that these men are wearing. They look very modern. Played in lecture, bringing some color to the 1930s. Gossip and Guile, Elmer's Affair. 10 cents a copy. Chicago, Illinois, August 1930. On the back here, it's asking for 10,000 married women who will accept a treatment free. Mail in the coupon now to Dr. H. Will Elders. How long does it take you to think? Interesting. I'll do some random page turning here. Meal pays a call. What a lovely picture there. Some well-dressed fellas in an unhappy circumstance, it looks like there. 1930 August. Ralph, you said you liked the cover on this. Yeah, for 1930 August, she's gorgeous. This ad here says he sells vegetables by telephone. What do you think, fellas? Should we call him up? Get us a bunch of corn on the cob? Or should we just have John do it? Bring it from his farm? John doesn't work for free, he says. Some ads for clothing. $2 before Xmas. Xmas, short for Christmas. 1930, they were using Xmas. It says freckles there in big print. And attached to that, it says freckles. Stillman's freckle cream bleaches them out while you sleep. Leaves the skin soft and white, the complexion fresh, clear, and natural. For the 37 years, thousands of users have endorsed it. So easy to use. The first jar proves its magic's worth. If you use bleach cream, you need no other product than Stillman's freckle cream, the most wonderful bleach science can produce. At all drugstores, 50 cents. Right for free booklet. Tells why you have freckles, how to remove them. Box 39, Stillman Company, Aurora, Illinois, August 1930. Would you get your freckles removed? In 1930s, thousands of people are doing it according to this magazine. Ralph, you're gonna get your mom some freckle cream for her birthday. Looks like this woman used freckle cream. She doesn't have a single freckle. Make sure that, I hope she loves it. Sounds 100% safe. Sell 3 dresses for $5.50. Asthma vanished. No trouble since. Suffered 16 years, then found quick and lasting relief. It says that as part of an ad for a product. This says, in a Buick sedan, or $2,900 in cash. Find 5 objects, starting with the letter C, in a tiny drawing that they had to look in. Gotta be careful with these. A fortune may await you. Win $2,000 now. Boys, girls, pick your pony. Tell Me Your Problem by Peggy Parsons. Dear Peggy Parsons, I am a girl of 20 years and am very much in love with a man of 40. He loves me and wants me to marry him. Please advise me what to do. Elvira. If you are a modern girl, you will find it a little difficult to settle down with a man of 40. However, that is a problem that no one can decide but yourself. 1930. Now for the classified want ads. Before I bring these fellas back in, I got some more to teach them. The other teachers, they don't teach them anything about magazines. But I love the magazines of the 1930s. I started reading magazines when I was a young boy. The classified want ads. Agents wanted. Wanted names for our agents directory list. Your name will be listed to receive big mail free from manufacturers, supply houses, and wholesalers who send samples, advertising matter, papers, and circulars. Send your name and address, plainly written, with 10-cent stamps or coins to M. Marshall, Indiana. Amazing profits selling hair and beauty. Preparations to colored people. Write for free samples and terms to agents. Thomas Steele, 1902, West Broad, Richmond, Virginia. Wanted district manager to appoint. Local agents, no selling. Salary and commission. For particulars, write Bus Beach Company, Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. Detectives. Be a detective. Work, home, or travel. Experience unnecessary. George Wagner, 22190 Y Broadway, New York. Experience unnecessary. Fellas, I think I may become a detective after this. That's why you read magazines in 1930. One moment, you're just an average Joe or John or Ralph or Al. And the next moment, you're a detective. Thanks to Blade and Ledger magazine and George from New York. Male help wanted. That's all it says. Write Meyer GPO, Box 471, New York. Song poem writers, composers, verse or music, brilliant opportunity. Short story Toys revised, typewritten, and marketed, booklet-free. Hirsch Service, Box E 1013, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Film finishing. Any 6 exposure film developed and 6 gloss prints. 25 cents post-paid. High quality work. And for the last one, for all old, most middle-aged, and some young men, no medicine, false stimulant or fake, but a scientific, simple treatment used by the world's greatest sanitariums, quickly stops or relieves so-called bladder troubles, acute irritation, mental and physical depression, getting up of nights. The Hydro Institute, 104 Mackey Building, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Looks like it does it all. There's an ad here that says bunions go like magic to get rid of foot bunions. This woman and her baby on the back. I have an honest proven treatment for sterility due to functional weaknesses and general ailments of women, which I have used with wonderful success in thousands of cases. It is the result of 35 years' experience and has been praised in the highest terms by hundreds of married women, childless for years, who regained their health and then became happy mothers. Advertising. How to make someone healthy enough to have a baby. 1930s. Well, I think I might go join that help wanted ad to become a detective and help these boys find an education. I'll be back again after another round of dodgeball. We'll need another break. Plenty more